All right, greetings. Hello. Hello. Okay. So, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about like how to lose weight as a person who's on graveyard shift. Okay. So, right? I don't know. I had this problem when I was working as a dealer, or when I'm currently working as right now. I'm a dealer and everything, and I work from what is it? From 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's not. I don't know. I wouldn't technically call it graveyard shift because it doesn't like hit upon like I don't know nighttime and everything. But like in terms of like the casino being like freaking dead, right? Like there's literally no action going on. Like I don't know. I guess that's what makes it a graveyard shift. I don't know. But what? Sorry, my bad. I had to look at my phone for a second. Um, yeah. So like I don't know. I don't know. And then at my work there was just like food that I could just eat. You know what I mean? There's like desserts, and then there's like I don't know like a buffet style sort of like getting your meal and everything. You can eat sausage, eat rice, eat eggs. I don't know, bacon, gravy, you name it. Actually, it's kind of limited, but like generally, like you could eat like general breakfast food because it was breakfast time, right? Because like 5 o'clock, right? Breakfast. But like, I don't know. When I was working there, I was like I don't know. So I'm like 5'7", and I was like weighing like I don't know 180, right? Um, Personally, that's overweight for what a 5'7" person would be, and I was like, man, I do not like this. And like I don't know, also like my sleep schedule was like pretty bad. Like I would feel tired and everything, and I assume that's what like sort of caused that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, to like gain weight. You know what I mean? Like because you're not, because I don't know. I think something I watched online, right? Not entirely sure if it's true or not, or like saw this on ChatGPT. Is that like your body's fat, then that means probably your hormones is like not or your body in general is not being as effective as it should be, right? Like how do I say this? Yeah, it's just not being efficient. So like probably your sleep is not being as effective as it should be. So like I don't know. Yeah, so like just going off of that, I feel like generally I was just like being fat. And I think it's because like my sleep was messed up and everything. But really, here's the solution. I feel like I don't know. I guess maybe it is part of my sleep in terms of like like losing weight and like just gaining weight and everything like that. But like um. I tried fixing my sleep and my sleep was like I don't know, it was getting all right, but like it wasn't really fixing the issue necessarily. Um, but at the same time, I was like always so tired. Like frick, I was always so freaking tired. But really, what I found, right, to actually like fix this issue about like I don't know tiredness, if you have tiredness, right, and then like also as like terms of like weight gain and everything, right, like how do you lose weight in terms of like being on graveyard shift, right? So here's the solution. So really, it's just fasting, right? So okay, so this is what I did. So okay, so on what is it, October 5th, right? I don't have images and everything. You can probably like look back at like old videos of me, and then I have like probably like a little bit more chub to my face and everything, or like I look a little bit more round. But like I'm definitely like I weigh more back then. Um, yeah, like back on October 5th, right? I was weighing at like 82 pounds, right? Like normally I'm my baseline at that time, right? Or like pre October and everything was like 180, right? But I had 182, and I was like, oh frick, like I don't know, I'm reaching this new maximum of 182. I've never been 182 before. It's like man, something's got to change. And so what I tried to do is fast because that's what my friend Maurice was doing, right? And he lost a lot of weight, and he did like kind of more extreme fast and everything. But for me, I was just gonna do the 16 hours I don't eat and then eat for 8 hours, or in that time period. That's what the 16-8 ratio is, right? And so like I don't know, what I did was obviously when you sleep you don't eat, and then when I'm working that's in 8 hours. So basically what I'm doing is that like I don't know, since there's already a time, right, of like I don't know that I can't eat, so that's the sleep, and then a time I could eat but I don't choose to not eat. I just don't eat that. So then basically I have 16 hours that I'm not eating, right? And that's pretty good, you know? And I don't know, like it was actually a lot more easier to sort of do, you know? So like, I don't know. Yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like so when I was going through the process about like, I don't know, fasting and everything is that like, I don't know, you sort of you do get hungry. I will say that, you know. But like you don't get like massive hunger pains like, oh man, I gotta eat, I gotta eat, I gotta eat. But like, I don't know, I think when you set the rule for yourself to sort of say like, okay, I'm not gonna eat at this time, you know, I'm gonna sit through it and be okay with not eating, right? And by doing that, I feel like it makes it a lot easier to just not eat, you know, like, I don't know, you just like have the rule about like you're not gonna eat in the same sense. Like for me when I was like younger and like, I don't know, school and everything, is that like I'm not gonna leave school because I don't see it as an option necessarily. Like my parents are in control. But like, I don't know, in terms of this one right here, like I'm just saying that like I'm not gonna eat at which call from like when I'm working and everything. That's an easy rule to say like, oh, I'm not gonna do this at this time. You know what I mean? You just set like clear freaking boundaries. I'm not doing this. So I never did. I mean, only very like few times I did eat, you know, but like, I don't know, generally like, I don't know, I try to be very, very strict with it. Right? Like maybe like, I don't know, a friend has something like food, right? That you're very like you're not gonna do it, but like only because of this one instance. It's fine, you know. And just like try to be consistent as possible. Like it's okay that you have like small minor moments where you like skip your eating. Like it's someone's birthday, it's like, okay, fine, we're gonna eat a little bit, and that's all, right? But you can also be sort of like strict and be like, say like, oh, okay, I'm just not gonna eat, and it's fine. You know, it's your body. You should be able to like say like, okay, if something doesn't belong in your body, then don't. You know. But in general, like, I don't know, I was able to lose 10 pounds the first month in October. You know, so like from 182 to 172 or something like that. You know, and then right now it's been like what's called more than 2 months, right? And I managed to lose 22 pounds, right? And I don't know, it's not as amazing as I thought it would be, you know, because like I thought like, okay, I'm gonna like, you know, have like a skinny body and everything, but like, you know, I'm sort of still kind of pudgy, I guess you can say. Let's see. So like, I don't know, see that? My body's pretty good, I'd say. Crotch cam. So like, I don't know, I still got belly. You see? Still got belly. You know? But like, do you see that? Like, I don't know, my body's like pretty slim. Sorry, I have nipples. My bad. You know, like, I don't know. It's pretty. You know what? Do I just take this off? Sorry. Like that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm good. It's crazy. Alright. Frig, man. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know if you found that, if anyone found that impressive or anything, but that was me. And, like, I don't know. Like, I did lose 22 pounds, and like I'm still losing weight and stuff like that. Like I'm still like 160, but like I think yesterday I was like 159, you know, and I'm still like losing weight and stuff like that. And generally, the goal for me is like to get back to like 150 and stuff like that. But like I don't know, it's different. I feel like maybe like part of my muscle mass is like going down, but like that's fine, you know. I think as long as I'm sort of like getting to like a like I don't know, the goal for me is not to get like super muscular or like be super super skinny. It's just like generally just to be like of healthy weight, you know, but like at the same time like be strong and be healthy, right? It doesn't matter. Um, yeah. So yeah, just like I don't know, I believe in fasting. Fasting's fine. Like I think the secret to it is not exactly the sort of like things that people like praise it for it to be. So like, for instance, like saying like, okay, you're gonna get autophagy, like your body is eating itself and then making new cells and like regenerating itself, or like the fact that like you get ketones for burning fuels and stuff like that. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, but I think it's more so the idea that like I'm eating much less because like beforehand, right? Since I'm a productivity nerd, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta be productive, And then like, there's this thing in The One Thing, the book by Greg Q. I don't know. Just search up The One Thing book and stuff like that. And he was sort of saying about like the idea that judges sort of like judge prisoners or like people who are guilty differently, based on if they've eaten their lunch or not, because like the term like you get more stressed out or like like more pressure sort of like builds on, and then they're gonna say like, oh, you're more guilty or something, and someone's more lenient if they've eaten later, and so like it's totally different, um what am I gonna say? So like I just kept eating, dude. And so like for like freaking like I ate like 6 times in a day, because I was like, oh man, I'm hungry, So like you gotta be more productive if you eat more, But like that's the reason why I had low energy and why I got fat, So like don't eat all the freaking time, like just don't, And by literally just reducing the amount of like food intake you have, you lose weight. It's like calories in, calories out. Sure you're gonna be hungry, fine. Um, General tips, I'd say, is like when you eat your first meal, do not go crazy, or else your stomach's gonna hurt a lot. Okay, especially high in carbs and sugars. Okay, because I think you can literally die from just eating like high in sugar, because like the amount of like the spike, right, that like happens in your blood or whatever. I don't know my nutrition or whatnot, but like generally, like you're gonna go into shock because of like or like you're gonna feel a lot of pain in your stomach. I will say, because I felt that once. I don't know if I ate like sushi and a bagel or something, and that sort of like spiked my blood or whatever happened, and my stomach like hurt it a lot. I can't imagine if you can't like just ate like a ton of sugar, right? Like I think you'd actually die. I swear to God, like something's gonna happen. Two, I think just eat like lots of protein, right? Like I don't know. Recently, I eat like I don't know. I go to Jack in the Box. Like it's not healthy at all. I mean, I don't know. Meat lovers burrito, not sponsored, but I eat that and it's so filling. Like I don't know. I realize like a world of difference in terms of like I don't know the amount of like don't eat processed foods. I mean, you can, but like generally, I guess go for whole foods because they're more filling to you. Like eating chips, no, don't do that. You can, but generally eat fast foods. Like I don't know, eating Chipotle, I think you'd actually do pretty good because I get full with Chipotle. Yes, I do. You know, I mean, yeah. There's more I want to say, but like we'll just stick it with that. And then just drink water. So like just drink water. Don't eat massive like carbs and stuff like that, and then just eat like lots of protein. Eat fruits. People say like that helps with like weight loss, but I never. I mean, I didn't really eat fruits. It's just like lots of protein, and yeah, just that. Um, yeah. One also like really cool benefit is just like you save a lot of money. Like just like if you can just eat one meal a day, like I don't know, 1 or 2 meals, like you save a lot of money. I do. I save a lot of money. So I don't know. So yeah, take it for what you will, and that is generally how I just stay sort of lean. Yeah. I mean, it's so cool. Like sometimes I'll like look at myself and like I do have like I have a jawline now. I mean, I had a jawline before, but I mean, like it's a little bit more pronounced. And then like I don't know, I noticed that like when I like like my cheeks, like I don't necessarily have cheeks anymore. It's more like it's just a line, and then like the only bump will be on my lip. I don't know. I don't know how you describe it, but generally I'm skinnier, and I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, and I don't know. People don't tell me like it's not so pronounced. Like yes, I lost 20 pounds, but like for some reason it's not that noticeable, and I think it's because it's maybe a larger part of muscle, and then that's why I still have fat on my stomach and everything. But like generally, that's what it is. But anyways, I think that'll be all. All right, cool. Thank you. Bye. Stay lean.